going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Monster Legends. Want to thank you guys so much for coming out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button to show your support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, today is a pretty special day, okay? Now, if you read the thumbnail or whatnot, you probably know there's going to be a little bit about the Nemesis glitch here, I guess. We're just going to jump in and talk about that really fast. It's not a super important thing. It's not like it's a big secret either, you know what I'm saying? So up here, you will notice, yes, I have cashed in my free-to-play chips. I am now a spender, I guess. This is probably the last time I'll ever spend in the game. I just did it today, or yesterday, or the day before, whatever, because this monster was so OP, couldn't pass it up. But anyways, we're going to talk about the Nemesis skill glitch really fast. It's not, like I said, it's not a big secret. It's really obvious. Like, if you bought a Nemesis monster, you're probably going to stumble on this by yourself with nobody talking to you about it. So it's almost not really worth, like, I didn't want to put it in a separate video because it's not really worth making a separate video over. It's really simple. Anyways, as you can see here, Laying Odds and Ruby Explosion are both tier 4 skills. So those are not normally obtainable until you rank 105 plus. I'm obviously level 100 here with both of them. So how do you do it? Alright, so simply put, if you guys know, every monster in the game has 3 normal tiers of skills, alright? Any monster in the game normally outside of Nemesis monsters, alright? Tier 1 you learn at level 7, 10, and 15, really low level crap. Then you get your tier 2 skills, are a little bit better than tier 1 skills. They're at like level 20 to 100, I think. You can still learn them all the way to 100. And then your tier 3 skills are generally a little bit better than your tier 2 skills, and those are going to be learned at 35 to 100. So normally, you're going to pick skills from the higher tiers over the skills from the lower tiers because they are better. Same thing here with the Nemesis monster, except for the Nemesis monster has 4 tiers of skills. 1 tier supposedly only unlocks after it hits level 105, which is not true, okay? First up, just like I said, this is why it's not really a big secret and you kind of learn it normally, because naturally you're going to pick skills that are better than the skills before it, right? So, in this case here is Xiron the Ruby, or Xiron, I think that's what it's called, Xiron, that's what I'm going to call it. But anyways, the tier 3 skills are much better than the tier 2 skills, and you're going to naturally end up with 3 tier 3 skills and 1 tier 1 skill to round out your monster. And once you've done that, every level past that, you have a chance to get a tier 4 skill. Alright, there's a chance for a tier 4 skill to spawn up and be like, hey, you can take this one instead. I'm assuming you can obviously do the glitch where you close your game out and come back in and get a new skill, close your game out, come back in, get a new skill. If you're really worried about getting all 3 of the tier 4s, I'm pretty sure you can do it that way. Don't see why you couldn't. But in this case, obviously, I did the same thing. I picked the 3 tier 3 skills, the Total Exhaustion, High Wave, and Ruby Implosion, because they were better than tier 2, and I had 1 tier 2 skill. After that, I got the Laying Odds, which I know is a tier 4 skill, so I replaced the tier 2 skill because it was obviously the worst that I wanted to replace anyway. And then I got Ruby Explosion after that, and I replaced one of the tier 3 skills, High Wave, just to go ahead and round out my monster with the way that I want it. This is the skills I do want on my guy. Maybe one day I might change that out for Mineral Blood or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called. The cooldown's activated for a single target. I don't know. 100% Stam Drain cooldown's activated. They're close. They're close to being the same thing, kind of. They're not a true deny, but they're kind of a deny. We'll see. I might stick with Total Exhaustion. But there we go, guys. Really quickly wanted to brush over that because it's not a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like not a huge, amazing, oh my god, this is the most secretly hidden glitch ever. It's really obvious when you get one, like I did it just doing it. I've heard about it before, obviously, but like I said, it's not super complicated. You're probably going to do it on your own accidentally. So, there you go. Nemesis skill glitch out of the way. We're going to jump in, do a quick analysis of Xiron the Ruby, and then we're going to take him out, and we're going to play some damage games with him. It's going to be awesome. Alright, guys. So, here we are at the analysis page of Xiron the Ruby. Now, there are 2 other iterations of this guy. There's Xiron the Emerald and Xiron the Quartz. I only got the Ruby one, so we're going to talk about the Ruby one. Alright? Alrighty, so as usual, we'll go through stats, skills, all that good jazz, and then we'll talk a little bit about him and all that good business. So, first up, let's jump into the stats. His power, 3,377. Not the craziest power stat, but like I said before, most of your damage in your power stat comes from your strength runes, not from your base power, so, you know, not horrible. Anyways, moving down, the life, 3,500, or 3,000, that'd be butt crack, 35,588. So really high life stat, that's almost tank levels pretty much, which is crazy. A lot of these Nemesis have really inflated stats, and I'm not going to complain about it because this one I have, okay? So moving down, we've got the speed, 3,509. Very, 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 very fast. There are a couple denials that are faster than this. Disaster and Krampus. I guess you could count Metalicia there. Not super denial, but kind of. Can be used that way. Those are a little faster than Xiron is. Okay? Moving down, the max gold per minute. Not really a big deal. 155. Meh. The trait is obviously a Nemesis trait, Xiron Nemesis. This is going to be an immunity to possession. I do not know if that's going to block hacked or rebooted. They may change that later on where it does. But either way, even if it doesn't, the secondary part of his trait is a 30% resistance to all status effects. So a little bit weaker than the General's trait. I believe General's trait's 35%. This is 5% less than that, but also comes with a built-in immunity to possession, which is great, especially in the magic category because there's a lot of possessors in the magic category. All right? Moving over, the books. This is in 3 different books. The Good Legions, which is awesome. Exclusive, duh. And Spirit, which is great. One of the best. Obviously, this is the best Spirit monster there is now. And also a magic monster as well. So 4 different spots for wars. Absolutely fantastic. Love that. The Relic Slots, we've got a Mask slot and a Staff slot. Again, I don't know a whole lot about the Relics yet. One day I'm going to have to break down and just go in and like learn them. So I know what I'm talking about here. But those are the 2 Relic spots. Whatever. All right. Moving down to the special skill, Stardust. This is a 50 power AoE magic damage, which isn't a huge deal on its face. But it's also going to remove 100% of the stamina from all the enemies and activate all the cooldowns of all the enemy skills. Very denial-based ultimate. Not the best denial in my opinion because it's stam drain and cooldowns activated, which means it's still very easy for the enemy to cast an ultimate on you, which would kind of suck. But not bad, still works. 2 different forms of deny there, so that's not bad at all. Alright, moving over to the skills. This is where Xiron gets pretty freaking crazy. The first one here is going to be probably the most overpowered skill I've ever seen in the game, and I'm so glad that I got it because it's overpowered, right? Right. Ruby Explosion. This is a 45 power. It says single enemy. It is an AoE. It's always meant to be an AoE. It says that. AoE, 45 power. Going to do an AoE Ignite, not to mention 2 random control effects. Now, these control effects aren't just like Stun, Freeze, and Possess. These include Mega Stun, which is a 2-turn, and the 2-turn Possession. So there's a lot that can be done there. Pretty crazy, actually. All right? Moving over, we have Laying Odds. This is an absolute beast of a skill as well with a 55 power magic-based AoE. That's crazy high damage. Not to mention, it's going to apply a Stam Leak to all enemies and going to give them a random status effect, a random control effect, not just status effect. So same as Ruby Explosion, except for it's only 1 random control effect. Still amazing, amazing, amazing skill. Really well for a damage dealer right there because 55 power AoE is insane. Moving over, we have Ruby Implosion. This is the single target version of Ruby Explosion. Does the exact same thing, a single target Ignite with 2 different control effects that it drops as well. A 55 power version though, so it does a little more damage, but it's single target, again doing the same thing that Ruby Explosion does, just single target version. Okay, High Waves would be the same thing that Laying Odds is, it's just the single target version. If I didn't say it before already, Ruby Explosion and Laying Odds are both tier 4 skills. These are tier 3 skills, okay? So Ruby Implosion, tier 3, High Wave, also tier 3. It's the tier 3 version of Laying Odds. Single target attack, Stam Leak, and random control effect to a single person. Not bad. Moving over, we have Total Exhaustion, also a tier 3 skill here. 0 power, it just drains 100% of the stamina. I tossed up not taking one of these because I wanted some extra damage, but the stam cost is so low, I felt like I had to take it just because the other stam costs are really high. You know, Ruby Explosion, 56 stamina. It's a pretty hefty cost, but definitely it balanced because of what it does. Okay, so Total Exhaustion, they are going to be the 100% stam drain. Moving over, we have Mineral Blood. This is the tier 4 skill, and it's a single target activate cooldowns for the enemy. Again, 0 damage. So those are the skills. Now let's talk about what this monster does and where it fits. Strangely enough, this guy can be used in any role in the game, which is crazy other than tank. He's not really a tank. But this thing can be used in any role, okay? Damage dealer, absolutely. Yes, the base power is a little bit low, but like I've said before, your strength runes do the majority of your damage. Not to mention, it's a 45 power AoE Ignite, amazing for damage dealing, with 2 random control effects, which is great for denial as well. And Laying Odds, a 55 power AoE, obviously phenomenal for a damage dealing role. Works great there. Absolutely fantastic. Now, you can also run this in a support role. Probably one of the weaker roles for it. I don't know if it's the best. It depends on what your team is made up of already. If you're running something like a Samuel as your denial and Warthak as damage, this guy could run in the support role just as well with 3 team speeds. The reason he can work in support really well, he's not a very supporting support like for your team. He's a debuffing support. You got the AoE Ignite, which kind of supports your damage. 2 AoE negative control effects with that AoE Ignite, which also means he buffs, he kind of supports your denial in case your denial misses something. So he can definitely work in those roles, especially with Stam Drain and cooldowns activated. He can work in a supporting role and do supporting damage and supporting deny for you. I would recommend probably going deny or damage dealer. Support, maybe if you have a really overpowered team already, this guy's just going to go into it. So obviously, he can work as denial as well with almost every skill he has that's worth taking, having deny attached to it. Works very well as denial. Arguably his strongest suit. A lot of people will run this guy in denial roles, and if I hadn't ranked up Demise to 110 already, this would have been a denial for me. But, spoiler alert, it's not going to be a denial for me. Works absolutely great in that fashion. So how do you ruin them? Obviously, a damage dealer can run in any sort of way, but this guy, a little different. He's almost better running with 2 speed and a strength because the fact that he is, you know, kind of got denial built in there as well. So if your denial doesn't land their hits, this guy will still be really, really fast, able to get his attack off and maybe deny the team as a backup deny. So not bad to run him with 2 speed and a strength and a damage dealing role. Kind of helps support that denial side of him. Also, you could do 1 speed, 2 strength, a team speed, 2 strength, or 2 team speed and 1, or yeah. Right? 2 team speed and a strength. That's right. So you can do them any way like that. That works just fine for damage dealing. As for support, obviously, if you're going to do a support, you're going to want some combination of team speeds, probably 3 team speeds. And this would kind of cross the line here. You could do 2 team speeds and a strength or something to help buff his damage, or a speed and 2 team speed if you're going more denial support. You can do it either way. I would probably recommend 3 team speed if he's your only support monster, though, just so you boost your actual denial up a little bit. Alright, obviously if you're going denial, I don't even know why I have to talk about this at this point, it's 3 speed always. You do not deny without 3 speed. No denial monster should ever have any speed, any runes on it other than speed, unless you're using it as a supporting denial, in which case you'll use team speeds. Alright, so there you go guys, that's the analysis. Let's jump back and we'll do some stuff and things with our Xiron. Alright guys, so there's the analysis of Xiron the Ruby. Obviously a very OP monster. Being that it is Nemesis monster, I don't think it'll get nerfed because that would create a lot of problems for Social Point. If you nerf something that people had to pay real money for, they can obviously get their money back from Google Play and stuff like that. It happens. So I'm assuming it's probably here to stay, especially since they, like, even in the words like of Xiron, it said like he can do 2 control effects like that. So I guess he was just meant to be this OP, or she. Actually, it's it. Really, it's not he or she. It's an anagram that was cast. Okay, so it's a thing. So our runes here, I'm actually going to run a damage dealing roll on my Xiron, which a lot of people say it's a weaker set. You should probably run the 3 speed, and that's true. It makes an amazing denial monster. But oh yeah, also here you might notice there's some level 10 runes in my inventory. You're like, what the crap, Wrath? Where'd that come from? Well, when you buy a Nemesis monster, immediately thereafter there's another offer. Instead of it being cells for your Nemesis monster, which I was kind of hoping for, it is 3 level 10 runes for 15 bucks. Since 15 bucks buys you like 300 gems, I said, that's a heck of a good deal, and since I already spent some money, I spent some more, and I hate myself, and it's okay. Okay, so we're going to run a damage dealing roll on our Xiron here, because I've already got Demise ranked up, and she will still play denial roll for me, passing deny to Xiron, who will do a lot of damage, and actually crowd control the enemy too. It should work well together, and eventually one day I may actually change it out, running a denial roll on him, but for now, I'm going to do damage dealer. So we're going to jump in here with one of these level 10 strength runes. What? Look at that power already. That's great. He is boosted a little bit right now. As you can see, 147 stamina. Obviously, got a little bit of a boost going on. But that's okay. We're going to run another strength rune here, a level 7, Lagaso. And in the last slot, instead of running team speed, which I really debated on doing, I'm going to run a regular level 10 speed here. 1, it's going to make this guy way faster. And 2, if I ever go and actually decide to turn him into a denial monster, that's 1 less rune that I have to pull off with gems to give him the 3 regular speeds. So that's why I want to run him that way. Plus, it makes him a lot faster. It's going to make my demise a little bit slower. But with this guy's trait being immune to possess and a 30% less accuracy from status effects, if someone does happen to go before my demise and AoE possess my team or AoE freeze my team or something like that, this guy may not get crowd controlled, so having him a little bit faster means that I can get a crowd control off with him. Oh my god, as you can see, he's almost got 10,000 power now. Oh yeah. 4,800 speed, that will obviously get buffed with my team speed monster. Oh, hiccup burp thing, it was weird. Nobody panic, we're okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead now, and we're going to do some PvP. Actually, first up before we go to PvP, we're going to grab out our demise here. She did rank up. We do not have the food to level her up right now. We'll do that some other day. It'll be a special video, I guess, taking her from 105 to 110. But she is already at 105. That's awesome, and it's great. Actually, we'd probably start ranking up Xiron right now, to be honest. But we won't. We'll do that at the end, probably. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, it's going to be great. As you can see, 951 million gold, almost no food. I'm ready for a 72-hour challenge. Been waiting for one, so my food totals are so low. If a 72-hour challenge shows up, I'm going to have millions and millions of food because I've been saving my gold forever for it. And I'm kind of peeved. Alright, I'm a little bit peeved. If there's not a 72-hour challenge after this maze, somebody's getting shot, peeps. It's going to happen. Alright, so we're going to jump in here to the PvP world. As you can see, probably not going to be able to do any regular attacks. I debated taking Blizzard here. But his 110 Frostbite, I can almost guarantee he's got level 10 runes on it, and that level 90 Epic I can guarantee has 3 level 10 team speeds. Maybe not level 10s, but high enough that it makes me wary of hitting him, just because. So we're going to actually go ahead and change our team up here. We'll obviously keep Demise there because that's what you do. We're going to go in here for Magic, Xiron the Ruby, and where is... Oh crap, he's on my defense team, isn't he? Oh, farts. This is where everything goes to crap. Actually, let's go ahead and close it out. Sometimes this works, and it doesn't crash my game. If it crashes my game, I'm going to throw a fit. It's going to be fantastic. So, where's General Autumn here? Yes, I could use a search feature. Am I going to? No. Alright, so it worked. Hot dog! That's great. So right now, with General Autumn and 3 level 7 team speeds, if you don't know what that does, it pretty much gives all your monsters a level 7 speed rune. So my Xiron actually has a level 10 speed and a level 7 speed rune on pretty much. So it's going to be pretty freaking fast, and I'm hoping it's going to be enough to carry us through some of these revenges, because they are a little bit tough. Alright, so we're going to jump in here to my defense log. As you can see, a lot of green actually, which really surprises my face. I was not expecting it, but it happened. So, I'm a little bit sketch here, because like I said, sometimes these defense monsters are not what is shown. This guy's got some 115s with some speed runes, not super fast speed runes, and I think we'll be able to take him. So Adrian, you are going to be the number 1. Yep, we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully it all goes well. Alright, hello, I'm OP. A lot of speed runes on these guys. You can see that Frostbite's got a level 10, a level 8, and a level 8. The problem with this guy's lineup, my opinion, is he has no team speed. So all those really fast monsters are only useful if you don't get it, if you miss them with a deny, which is possible. I'm just hoping it doesn't happen. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump in here and battle. Like so, as you can see, Demise is still faster than all of them with a hot 8,404 speed. She did take a little bit of a speed hit because Voltaic is not in the team with his team speed. We have a regular speed instead. It's going to be okay, though. We'll drop the Strength from Beyond here on Xiron. Very powerful combination here. The Demise-Xiron combo is going to be. I was thinking doing Laying Odds, and oh my god, that would kill them all. But I think Ruby Explosion's a little safer in case we don't get the control effect on somebody. Although they all are not immune to it anyway. We're just going to drop the Ruby Explosion anyway, like so. There we go, 37,000. What the f... How did I miss my Ignite and my other thing? You know what I'm saying? What the... Did I click the... No, that's not the wrong one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, peeps. Have they messed with me? Have I been messed with? Maybe just really bad luck. We're going to try that again. Because that's weird. I should have got an Ignite from the AoE Ignite and another status effect landed on them. But I didn't. That bothers me in the face place. Alright, so let's go ahead. Hit the battle button here. Go into our defense log. Who else do we have to revenge on? Gaming Master. Are you truly a master of gaming? We shall see. So... big runes there, a lot of power, a lot of life on that Hydratilla. Same thing here with some speeds on the Timerian with some life, and the strength and life on the Cabinfish. Not sure why there's strength on the Cabinfish, but there indeed is. We're going to give it a shot here. Like so. Alright, we go loading up here. Are we going to load up here? Or are we going to crash? Here we go. Okay, I don't know what the crap that was, guys. Don't like it. I don't like it. So here we go. Our turn. Obviously, we're going to start with Strength from Beyond. Xiron does go again next, which is kind of nasty. So we're going to go like so. And what do we got here? I'm going to have to reread that Ruby Explosion. Well, it's not in 2 random control skills. It doesn't say it's about 50% chances. Maybe I just got freakishly unlucky, or is it because they died? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the AoE Ignite to start with. I've got the double damage, so laying odds is probably stronger. And I'll go again next with Ruby Explosion. So let's drop a laying odds here, like so. 68,000 damage. Suck it, Timerian. You're super dead. This guy got possessed. That guy is stunned. They're pretty much screwed. So Ruby Explosion. We'll go ahead and finish things off here probably, like so. Ignite, confused, and stuff. Okay, so it did give me the deals on him. I'm wondering if it's just when they die, because they did change that. If something dies from the status effects now, they don't go through all of the other status effects, which thank freaking God that's finally a thing, because that was so annoying, sitting there waiting for someone to get poisoned and bled and poisoned and bled and minus 19% power, and they're already dead, so it doesn't even matter. Despair armor triggered, you're already dead, brohan. Doesn't matter. So, anyways, it did work that time. I'm thinking that's why it's not adding the status effects if they die, because they're already dead. There's no need to put status effects on them, maybe. Perhaps. That could be what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just really bad luck. We'll see. We will see, peeps. Let's go ahead and get this spun up like so. There's a speed level 1. Hot. Give it to me. Don't really care about it. Not going to take an extra spin either. And we got one more revenge we can do. My battles are obviously quite a bit stronger right now because I'm so high in trophies. Well, I'm not super high, but I'm like 3,800 plus, you know what I'm saying? So, what's Sabby looking like here? Sabby, what are you doing? So we got 3 speeds on the Mommy, we got 3 speeds on the Timerian, and we've got 3 speeds on the Ingvar. Like I said, it can be a strong setup doing all speed sometimes, but without team speeds, it makes all those speeds a little less worthwhile because anyone running 3 speeds and 3 team speeds will outspeed all your monsters, and that can be obviously very bad for you, as hopefully we're going to show this guy. You know what I'm saying? So first up, Strength from Beyond on Xiron. That's what we do. Get him to the front of the line. Like so. Not a lot of life, actually no life on these guys, so Ruby Explosion probably will be enough to do the trick for us. Like so. There we go. He's frozen. We missed the other one and the Ignite. Not a big deal because he's frozen. He can't do anything. And that is where the Ruby Explosion comes in so clutch. 2 status effects on a single monster is crazy, crazy strong. Because, like you see in there, that guy has the General's trait. He still couldn't dodge both of the status effects. Like that, he got frozen again. We missed the other 2, but he was still frozen. And that's what's important. We got 1 control effect on the Generals. That's what makes Xiron so powerful. That double control effect is just crazy OP. I love it. I'm actually glad I bought this guy. So there it is. That is 3 victories. Very quick, very easy. Xiron showing just how OP he really is. With those crazy big numbers, I love it. I absolutely love it. Fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... You know what? We're just going to put someone like... We're going to put someone with 3 speeds. Is there any shots? We already got possessed there. Do we want 2 possessors? I think not. Let's go with a Cabin Fish, run 2 speed monsters. It's not the strongest setup, but we're just going to do it anyway because I'm sick of pulling Autumn off of my defense team all the time, right? Right. So there we go, guys. 3,898 trophies. Getting actually kind of close to back in Legends. Pretty tough to get there anymore. But I do believe that is going to be it for today, guys. I hope... Oh, wait. No, it's not. Psych. If you guys are still watching, you just... yeah. Yep, it is. We're going to jump here to the rank up screen. And we're actually going to start ranking up Xiron. Like so. Can we do a magic here? Like so. We sure can. Hello, I'm OP. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Yes, I want to use 120 Elementium to fill that up. Like so. And now I want to start ranking this guy like so. As you can see, we still have 309 Elementium here, so we can definitely take him up another rank to 110, which will be fantastic. I'm glad I saved my Elementium just for this reason. It's great. It's going to leave us with what? 159 Elementium. Not a huge deal. If we ever get a sell offer for what's-his-face, like, eventually one day they're going to do them. I know they have to, kind of like VIPs. You'll get sell offers occasionally for those. Eventually you will get Nemesis sell offers, I'm sure, and I'll have to save my gems to pick those up so I can keep ranking this guy even higher, and obviously save my Elementium strictly for this one, and use most of my gems to buy demises so I don't have to use my Elementium for demise. Right? Right. But that is indeed going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, don't forget to leave those in the down there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you liked the video, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button to show your support, and I will see you guys next time.